I started? Is that what you said? Okay, welcome everybody to wait. There it is. Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Yes. All right. So again, we have our special guest, our area director, is that what they call it? Right? APRI. And he's gonna be a GE. So he's even helping out doing double dipping. One of the top Indonesian YouTubers in the whole country. So you guys can like, subscribe, and share his YouTube account. He'll share that probably in the post. Even if you don't watch it, just subscribe so we can get some more credibility. Right? It works. Trust me. All right. And of course, we have a visiting Toastmaster, Tia. Where are you from?
I am from Surabaya Toastmaster Club.
Okay, my headphones are low. What club are you from?
FTC, Surabaya Toastmaster Club.
Oh, Surabaya. Welcome. Okay, excellent. So we have a very small group, which is okay. It'll get a little bit bigger as we delay and wait for a little bit of time. All it means is that everyone gets a chance to talk. And of course, we can probably get out of here a lot sooner than 2 hours, which is great because I have to teach again at 9 o'clock. So that's great for me. Oh, Nancy's gone. All right. Today's theme. Where is it at? Okay, our Toastmaster of the evening will bring up our whole entire theme and what we're talking about. Let's give a round of applause for the international public speaking champion of, is that the division? Is that division contest?
Division.
Division contest. Okay. Going on for district again. Toastmaster Natalie Chayati.
Thank you, our club president, Toastmaster Benjamin Whittaker. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. I'm Natalie as your Toastmaster of the meeting. Even though we're small in number, but we're big in spirit, so everyone will have a chance to speak, everyone will have a chance to share their stories, and everyone will have a chance to practice their listening and speaking skill. Isn't it great? As your Tom today, or TOM, or Toastmasters of the meeting, I will be like the host of this meeting. So I will escort you from beginning until the end to lead through the sessions. And every Toastmasters meeting have 3 different sessions. So the first session is the prepared speech session, where members can show their progress by practicing their speeches according to Toastmasters manual. The second segments or session is table topic session, where members and guests can practice their thinking on their feet, impromptu speech skill by listening to a topic or question given by table topic master and immediately practice speaking. It will be led by Ben. And after that, the last part is always the Heart of Toastmasters. We call it the Breakfast of Champion or Heart of Toastmasters, the evaluation session. It will be led by our GE APRI. And basically, in Toastmasters, we don't have any teacher, we don't have any specific guru or mentor to follow, but we learn from each other and we learn from receiving and giving feedback. For that, I would like to ask Apri to briefly introduce his role and also his theme before we move further and I elaborate more on the theme of the meeting. So please welcome our GE Apri.
All right, thank you, this is Toastmaster Natalie, and hello everyone. So today I will serve as GE, and as usual, my role is to evaluate the meeting from beginning to the end. And of course, as a GE, I do not work alone because I have a wonderful team. The first will be the timer. We have Toastmaster Rendra. So please welcome Toastmaster Rendra to introduce your role as a timer for today.
Okay, dear. My voice is it audible?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
So
Audible.
I cannot say a lot. However, as a timer, my job basically to inform you how time is used by each individual speakers, prepared speaker or table topic speakers or evaluator. Well, if the table topic, mostly 1 to 2 minutes, is speaking, I will turn the background of my profile into green, meaning that you are qualified. It is also applied to prepared speaker in 5th minutes or evaluation session in 2nd minutes. So pay attention in my background. So I advise you to use gallery view. Yet after that, if you are coming to the 2nd minutes for the table topic, for example, I think 1 minute 30 seconds. 1 minute 30 seconds will be yellow in table topic, and in prepared speech, if it is 7 minutes, if it is 5 to 7 minutes, it will be the 6 minutes, and for the evaluator, it will be the 2 minutes. Yes, the 2nd minutes. Okay. Now finally, I have background color red, meaning that if it is in a table topic, it is in 1 minute and 30 seconds, correct? And you still have 30 seconds to conclude your speech, otherwise you will be disqualified. For the evaluation session, which is mostly 2 until 3 minutes, in third minutes, this will be turned on. You still have 30 seconds to conclude your speech. For the prepared speech, 5 to 7 minutes is normal. The 7 minutes, this background of red will be turned on. You still have 30 seconds to conclude your speech. Apri, I think that's all. I do apologize if my voice is quite soft now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Renda, for your explanation. Now let's move on to the next team. And since we don't have grammarian and accounter, I think I will serve as accounter as well. So I will note the filler sound such as R, and I only the note for the prepared speaker and also double topic participant. So I don't have to note the general role player such as Toastmaster, evaluator, Toastmaster, accounter, timer as well. So yeah, I think that's all. And I have one more team. We have Toastmaster Natalie. You serve as a ballot, right? So we welcome Toastmaster Natalie to introduce your role as a ballot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apri. Yes, as a ballot counter, I will count your votes. I will launch the poll at the end of the table topic session because we only have one prepared speech speaker and also one speech evaluator. So if they're both on time, they're both qualified right away. I will launch the poll at the end of the table topic session, and you can vote for your favorite table topic speakers, and you can also vote for yourself. And I will announce the winner at the end. For now, back to you, Apri.
Okay, thank you. And yeah, I think that's all for my team introduction. And we will meet again in the evaluation session. And now I will give control back to our Tom, Toastmaster Natalie. So welcome, Toastmaster Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apri. Another round of applause for Toastmaster Apri, who's stepping up as a counter. Thank you so much. Here's the reality of Toastmaster Club meeting. Sometimes you need to do double role or sometimes triple role, but as long as you enjoy it, it's also part of learning process. Every Toastmaster meeting has a specific theme assigned because we want to spice it up. And every Toastmaster meeting doesn't always be like the same experience or the same meeting all the way. So tonight's theme is Moments of Brilliance. I chose this theme because I want us to reflect back on our life and to appreciate small or little moments that usually easily forgotten, and also other moments where we felt like we had some brilliant things happen in our life, whether it's the conversation we had, or we achieved something, or you felt love, or anything that was, when you're looking back, you thought that was brilliant. So before I invited the table topic masters to step up, I want to ask each one of you to share very briefly one little moment or one small moment when you thought, wow, that was brilliant. Maybe start from Nancy.
Okay, a moment that was brilliant. Okay, let me think. Um, a moment that was brilliant. Like, is it something that I did? Like, I did brilliant?
It's up to you. It could be something you heard, something you did, something you experienced, but other people did it for you. Maybe I'll give you another minute to think about it, and I'll go to Ben first. Okay, I'll come back with you. I'll come back to you after. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Ben.
Okay, so those of you that know me, I play baseball or even like slow pitch softball is like a sport, it's a little bit easier to play than baseball. And as a position, I played outfield, which if you know anything about this sport, uh, it's a person that are further away from where the action's at. One of the things that is brilliant for this sport is when a batter hits the ball. Oh, look at this. Yeah, props. Yes. When a batter hits a ball and it goes really, really far, and as an outfielder, my job is to catch it. So I am pretty short. American standards, very short. Not really very, but short. I was able to jump up a fence and reach over in what you call rob a home run. And I was like, so that's for me one of the most brilliant plays I've ever done in my athletic prowess. Back to you.
Thank you, Ben, for demonstrating your athletic prowess like we don't know it before, right? So, yeah, we know it. We always know it, but it's great. I mean, imagining that you're catching it must send a thrill on your spine. So cool. How about Rendra? Just a short one, Ren.
Okay. Pardon me. Will you mind repeating the questions, please?
Can you share a little moment in your life where you felt like, wow, that's brilliant?
I will say something that currently I'm watching. To be honest to you, I'm watching the quantum physics and quantum mathematics via YouTube. And those explanations are abundant at the YouTube. There are a lot. I watch them one by one, and I set myself to all those expertise of quantum theories. Those are brilliance. So the things that teleportations and so on and so forth, it seems to be close to the reality. We will know exactly how the Santat is performing.
Black magic, that's what you mean.
Yeah, you can imagine sometimes somehow the Santat practitioner can move a sword or kris into your body net. How, how
Ben,
can how can you explain that in a normal physics? It is impossible. But I think it is quite possible in quantum physics. I think in within 100 years, maybe in my age, not in my age, already dead maybe. We will know that technology coming to the world. I think that's all. Thanks.
Thanks, Rendra. Wow. Quantum physics and its relation with black magic. I saw Ben was like, what is that? It's like a black magic thing, Ben, that he related with quantum physics. And he thought it was brilliant. That's the summary of it. I'm like AI. Nancy, are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I just remember a moment like last year, my friends and I, we planned to go to the beach. So we tried to follow the maps, but we got lost at that time. So we didn't know where were us at that time. Then we tried to follow our instinct to just go. So we plan to go to the beach A, but because we got lost, so we just go with our instinct, and we find a hidden gem, like a beautiful beach. Like it was very like no one was there. It was only us. So for me, it was a brilliant idea to follow our instinct, to follow hidden.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Yes, I agree. Sometimes impromptuness or spontaneity can be a brilliant idea, like when you get lost and then you found something else. Again, sometimes it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So thanks for sharing that. Tia, do you want to share something? The screen is yours.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Miss Natalia and all fellow Toastmasters online. This is my first time to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club. Uh, I'm sorry if my English not friendly, but I will try to uh, speak today about what is the title today.
Yep.
Let me
So
think. Moments
just
of brilliance. Yes,
Mhm,
yes. Moments of brilliance. Yes, right.
mhm.
My moments of brilliance like when I okay when I can running. Yes. When I can running and I uh I do know about sport. I do know about everything about healthy life and sport. And this is 2 years. And now I I love about sport and healthy life. So this is my moment brilliant because I I choose the healthy life. This David. Thank you, Miss Natalia.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, so your moment of brilliance is related to the decision you made to choose a better you and a better lifestyle. And I think that's brilliant. By the way, one tip for you, never say sorry for your English. Ben, can you understand her? Absolutely, right? Yeah. So communication is not about having perfect English or perfect grammar. It's about getting your message across. So switch your focus from what you don't have or what you think you're lacking to what you want to say. So instead of saying sorry, go straight to the topic. And I think it will help your confidence as well because now you're focusing on what you can do and what you have. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Natalia.
You're welcome. You can call me Natalie. Apri, what's your moments of brilliance?
Okay, my moment of brilliance actually, I can make a living through the internet. Let me explain. Back in 2007, when I just resigned my first job, it's really hard for me to get another job, and I send my resume to a lot of company, and in fact, I get a scam, and I need to pay for to get inside this company, and eventually it's actually a scam. And then one day I go to the internet just to play around and figuring out. And actually that at that time this internet is still new, so I start searching how to make money online. And then from that moment I found a forum and they were holding a graphic design contest. So back then I think it's a really bad idea because I don't have any graphic design skill back then. So I start to persist because I need the money. So I need to learn how to do graphic design, and I join the contest over and over again until I get rejected about 100 times. And then one day, the one of the contest holder messaged me that I won the contest. Then uh, I I get the prize, and yeah, actually that is one of the brilliant moment for me because actually I can make money online. And so that is what I do until today. It was a really brilliant decision for me to be persistent, even though I don't have a skill required to do what I need to do. So yeah, I think that's that's one of my brilliant decision until now, and it can help me to find a meaningful in life.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, Apri, for sharing. Yay. I'm so happy you found your profession through your persistence. And I think it's brilliant indeed. I would think that when you finally won it, you will say, Eureka, finally, right? So great. Thank you for sharing. For me, one of the little moments that I appreciate now is when I was able to wake up early and went to the beach. That's like my morning me time. I try to do it more often because last year I didn't think I had my morning me time at the beach watching sunrise. I think I only did it like once last year. So this year I wanted to do more. Last Tuesday I did that. I woke up around like 5. I went to the beach like 5:45-ish. And then I was waiting and then seeing the sun was rising up from the east and just the dawn was breaking, the light turned orange tinges and yellowish, and it's just beautiful. And it inspired me because it symbolizes every day is a new beginning, and we can always write our own story every day. So that's my moment of brilliance. Enough for the theme. I hope that you can feel inspired by our meeting today. And for now, I want to pass it over to start our first session. We're going to start with table topic first, then prepare speech session, followed by evaluation session. So first up, we're going to pass it over to our table topic master to start and lead the table topic session. So please give it up for Toastmaster Ben.
All right. Again, talking about our area director, over 2,000 subscribers with 38,000 views on his. He goes live streaming all the time. Yeah, my mentor. He doesn't know it, but I'm trying to catch up to him. So it's a race. But all right. And again, 101 tries is something that, I try to teach my students about rejection, right? I use say Michael Jordan is the biggest example. Best basketball player to ever live on the face of the planet. Most people would agree. And he got cut from his high school basketball team. So when he's a kid, I tell my students, when someone tells you no, you got a couple options. You can believe them and go do something else, or you can prove them wrong, right? So Michael Jordan obviously proved them wrong in a great way. And here's a little fun thing. When he was at his Hall of Fame speech, Michael Jordan invited the kid that took his spot on the basketball team in high school just to talk about him. It's very petty. But again, very top, incredibly talented people are very narcissistic and kind of petty, and they have a chip on their shoulder. They find the smallest thing where they have to prove you wrong constantly every single day. And you can keep on taking no for an answer, right? Over and over and over and over again. Just keep doing it, right? You're still breathing. You're still here. You keep on going for it. Keep getting better. Keep researching. Keep reflecting on how you can get better. And eventually, you're going to get better. Eventually, you get one yes. Doors open up with one yes, right? And that yes is so much worth it. Today, we're talking about brilliance on this happy little Easter Sunday. Again, big holiday for a lot of people, especially in America. Easter is one of those things where you see so many little dresses and nice clothes everywhere. Really, really fun. All right. So, all right. We need a volunteer, or should I voluntold somebody? I'm going to go with the quietest man on earth. Rendra. Get him out of the way, Rendra. This is going to be for you, Rendra. Excuse me for talking, Rendra. This is going to be for you. I'm going to put the topic in the chat room so you could see it, and I'll read it to you very quietly like this. All right. Tell us about a time when you surprised even yourself with the moment of brilliance. So it kind of goes off of what Natalie asked us already, but this is a moment when you were surprised, like, whoa, I'm brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, am I audible?
Yes, audible,
Thank you.
very clear.
When I was a child, I just got curious why all my elder brothers cannot go to the ITS, Institute Teknologi of 10 November Surabaya, for short, Technical University in Indonesia, BEN. And for those that doesn't know, 3 of elder brothers failed. First elder brother would like to join the mechanical engineering, failed. Second elder brother would like to join the shipbuilding engineering, failed. And the third elder brother would like to join informatics engineering, and then failed. I was so curious, how can they, 3 of them failed? Well, actually, I love English, speaking English, and doing things in English. However, my curiosity to go to the electrical engineering or the best, whichever the best in that campus, is driving me like crazy. Long story short, Natalie, you need to be a timer.
Okay, go on.
Long story short, I get into the electrical engineering. The problem is all the lesson insights the faculty is definitely killing me. Calculus until 6th degree, whatever it is, anything. Electrical engineering is crazy for someone that has mathematics and physics skills above average or in the average levels. That's myself. I see myself. Finally, I can get the GPA more than 3. That was the moment that it's brilliant. It's not brilliant to everybody, but to myself, it is brilliant because I love English. I love English, speaking English, doing things. Electrical engineering, oh, no way. It's so big, no way. However, I did graduated. And the lucky things, in Indonesia society, graduation from that department is so low. So there are a lot of vacancies available to me. In order to have a better salary, I have to apply to the United States company or Western companies. And I did it. I applied for the United States company and accepted. So that was a second brilliant. Because Indonesian is not that many in that faculty. I think that's all, Ben. The moment of brilliance of mine. Thank you.
Engineer, yeah. So again, taking risks. I mentioned, I heard earlier, again, this is going with what Apri said. This is something crazy for me to kind of grasp, where a lot of times where in Indonesia, get a job outside of this country, you have to like hire an agent, and sometimes you can get taken advantage of to even get to go, let alone that once you hire the agent, you got to pay them back as well, which is very interesting. And in America, we have agents as well, hiring agents, stuff like that, but just didn't really see it that way. To try to get a better job, sometimes you have to pay money, even in the military, right? You hear military police in Indonesia, you have to pay them to be a part of it. In America, the military pays you a bonus for joining. And if you could do it if you want to. They don't really care if you're rich, middle class, or poor. So taking a risk like that, where you apply to different countries and you get a job, it's brilliant. Big risk, because you can always get a big giant rejection. All right. Very good, Rendra. I missed the crazy Rendra. We need to have him back. A toothache. This is like the way he gets it out. Okay. Next we have, we're going to go with Nancy. Nancy. What's one small act of brilliance you witnessed that made a big difference? So someone else's brilliant act that you saw that made a difference in your life?
Okay. When okay, when I was a child, I was living in a town. Then I moved into the provincial city, Kupang. So at that time, I have to like socialize, and then I have to realize, oh, this is how a big city is. There is a mall, cafe, and so on. Because back in the town, those things were not exist. And one day, my mom said to me, uh, it was just a small conversation, but because of action, then it turns into reality. My mom said like, Nancy, do you want to learn English? I said like, for what? No, just learn, because some of my friends' children, they learn English. If you want to, you can try. If you enjoy it, then yes, I wanted to. And okay, my mom registered me in an English course, me and my elder sisters. So we took a course for like 3 months, for like few months, I forgot. And but at that time, my sister said she didn't enjoy English, so she quit. But me, I enjoy that. So I continue. At that time, my thought was like, I wanted to speak English because it looks cool. I feel like I am so cool when I speak English. And most of my friends that I met in my junior, they didn't speak good English. So I felt like, even though I'm not the smartest in the class, but if I can speak good English, it looks so cool. And that's why I continue to learn English. And well, that moment, like the my mom offered to learn English, that brings me into who I am today. Like even though I'm not speak like a native speaker, like I know that English needs practice, but I try to keep practice. But it brings me into another unlocks many opportunities in my life, like meeting you guys and meet people from abroad, joining like a program with people abroad. It's an open-minded experience that I cannot feel if at that time I didn't agree to my mom over to learn English. So I think, yeah, my mom bring that brilliant, small, yeah, brilliant moment into my life. Back to you.
Excellent. And yeah, Rendra said it best, Nancy. You are cool. And again, what I say as a teacher, an English teacher, and learning multiple languages. Again, this is something where, as an American, we're not pushed to learn any other language. We have it in school. Like I grew up in Arizona, really close to Mexico. We had Spanish in school, but it was never pushed to try to learn it. It's like, oh, it's not important. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of people in Indonesia know multiple languages, like their village language, Indonesian language, and multiple. And the more you learn anything, not just language, more doors open up, and the more opportunities you have to be able to witness moments of brilliance and seeing other people do something. Right. One of the free lessons that we can get is the fact that if you open your eyes and ears and observe the world around you, and you start asking questions like who, what, when, where, why, how, you're able to gain so much knowledge and curiosity. Because again, how do you do that? Why do you do that? When, like all these different things kind of build a story, and then it allows you to create these little steps for yourself, kind of go and complete a goal, right? Like I am a native English speaker, yes, and my casual English is not like perfect at all. I mean, I make a lot of grammatical mistakes, and I talk too fast sometimes, which that's why I make mistakes. But the idea is that even with my Indonesian, I know a lot of words, and half my students don't even speak really good English at all. So I'm practicing Indonesian at my school, and some of my kids, they tell me that they can't understand me. So I have to get better at that. But it opens up doors when you start learning new things, such as a language. Great job, Nancy. Keep it up and keep on being cool. Okay. All right, this one, I think we'll go with this one. All right, this is for Natalie.
Okay.
Topic is describe, this is fun. This is good. Describe a brilliant failure when things didn't go as planned, but you learned something priceless.
A brilliant failure. Nobody wants to talk about it, especially when you fail big. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, when I first came back from Australia after finishing my study, I had some savings on my bank account. And I thought, I'm gonna invest this in something that can make my money grow. So I came to some students' communities and I met several people and I decided to invest about like $4,000 into one of the business of the students to create chicken feeds, or in Indonesia, we call it pakan ternak. So I bought the machines and basically I became like the passive investors of him. The problem is that when you base everything on trust, just like what we were doing in our family business, and that's how I was raised, I forgot that not everyone can be trusted. And I invested in him. He bought the machine and I started to ask, okay, when will you do your operation? And he said, okay, we're gonna start next month. Great, let's do it. And the next month I asked again, how was it? Is there any problem? He said, yeah, the machine started to had some problems. I need to fix it, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, after several months, he didn't produce result and my money went poof in the air. So I learned the hard way the importance of putting everything into written contracts and not just trusting everyone with a smooth talk or a brilliant ideas, because sometimes it's not about the ideas. The idea can be as boring as heck, but it's about brilliant executions where you're consistently doing things and consistently producing results. So yes, that was my brilliant failure that made me learn the importance of choosing who to trust, having a written contracts, and the importance of execution versus idea or thought. Back to you, Ben.
Yes, money is sometimes our brilliant learning lesson where we fail brilliantly. I've done it. I think all of us have done it in some circumstances where we just left money out. One of my first lessons was actually pretty funny. I got off the plane in the Philippines and I didn't know where to go to meet my stepmother's family to go visit them. Like when I got out, I didn't know where to go. And there's guys in the Philippines of Manila that they'll wait outside the airport, give you directions, and they want money. And I didn't have any money. And he just took a $20 bill out of my pocket or out of my hand. I'm like, oh, I just got scammed. My very first international solo trip. Yeah. But that was one lesson, and I've still learned a lot more, especially when traveling. And investing, oh man. Yeah. Investing is a tough one. Written contracts is a great lesson to learn. All right, we're going to go to our visiting Toastmaster. All right. Okay, let me see if we can. Here we go. I like this. This will be good. The question for you, Tia. What does a brilliant person look like to you? And is brilliance always a good thing? A two-part question.
Okay, thank you, Ben. What does a brilliant person look like to you, and is brilliant always good thing? Uh, Maybe brilliant person look in my opinion, that he is or he or she that be humble, and the people can uh sorry the people can be learning to others people. So the brilliant person maybe uh in my opinion about she is humble, and then she some and uh maybe tidak sombong in English apa ya? Yes, like this. So and brilliance always good things in my experience about um if you meet someone and this is and she is or he is can direction us with her passion. So this is maybe in my opinion. Thank you. Back to you, Ben.
All right, excellent. So we talked about someone who's brilliant, in Tia's opinion, is someone who's humble, right? I like to use the phrase humble brag, right? Because a lot of times we could be too humble and it might not be great, right? If you're good at something, like people congratulate you. Like I have a difficulty taking compliments, right? I like to give compliments. I don't take them very well. So the idea of trying to find someone who's humble and they're good at what they do, but yet they're still like very confident, but they're not going around bragging about it. It's like me bragging about Apri. He's very humble, right? #1 Indonesian YouTuber, in my opinion. See, you can see his face, very humble, right? Just kind of quiet. All right, let's go to our evaluator #1 for her topic. She just got here and now she's going to get a topic. All right, so let me get a topic for you. This is good. Okay, Pit. Your
What?
topic. Have you ever had a light bulb moment that changed how you saw the world?
Have I ever had a light bulb moment that changed the way I see the world? Actually, almost every day. Even at this age, there's always new things that I found incredible that, oh, such thing exists. A lot of news never fail to surprise me. However, this week, if you follow me on social media, you probably know that my good friend passed away last Tuesday. And it came as a shock because she used to have a lot of health issues, but she has recovered the past year. So we thought the coast was clear, and so to speak. And then next thing we know, she was in hospital for a lung inflammatory issue, which she never had before. She has always had a heart issue, but never a lung one. And then her body did not fight it, and she died 2 days after. So that made me feel like there's no such thing as the coast is clear. So even when we thought everything was okay, we thought we have solved the problem, we thought now the situation is getting better, we have no time to relax basically. So yeah, it's pretty sad in my opinion that now um, even what I thought was a small illness turned out to be deadly and almost no time to say goodbye and things like that. So I think probably that's the lesson I learned lately, that there's no such thing as the coast is clear. We have to be watchful. What is it called? Alert with changes that happen or possibilities that things that harm us can actually come. So that's what happened to me lately that changed my view about life. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Very, very sad. And it kind of gives you a lesson, where I see it more in America than I've been in Indonesia for 9 years, as some of you all know. I don't see a lot or hear a lot of like conversation of like yearly physicals. So like women getting checked on what they need to get checked on, men getting checked when they get checked on. Like I get my teeth cleaned like every 6 months. That's like an American style. Go to the dentist, get just a checkup every 6 months. I try to go back home to get a physical, because it's free, except going home is not free. But if I'm at home, I can usually get it done and with the army. But even like Natalie had a friend a couple years ago that kind of did a whole entire kind of blood run up and all this interesting stuff. But what it does, like, it's kind of scary if you go as you get older. But the idea is to go to the doctor once a year to get a baseline. So then if they go the next year, they can kind of compare the two. What has changed? Your age, your diet, something. And, you don't want to like just go to the doctor one day and all of a sudden you get hit with like everything. It's not really good. So, lesson you learn from that is really go get checked out, right? Take care of yourself. You take your car, your bikes, to like get tune-ups and checkups, but your body, you only got one of these too. So get it checked up. It's cheaper to do it now than it possibly when it's all messed up at one time. Yeah. And I had a friend pass away as well. Same concept. But something happened and it just kind of snuck up on him. Not good. All right. Is everyone gone? Tia's gone. Nancy's gone. Natalie's gone. Render's gone. Oh, we have one more. The most humble YouTuber in Indonesia. Let's see. It's kind of like the last one. Kind of like the last one. Here we go. I got this one. All right, Apri. Is brilliance more about talent or timing? Share. This is a great one. I like this question. Share your perspective.
Is brilliant more about talent or timing? I think I believe that a brilliant is more about timing. Let me explain why. Because we want to achieve something. I think talent is also really can also help you to achieve that. And I remember when I first time to join a competition contest. I used to learn it over and over again in order to get better. And however, I think when I do it now, I think it's not really good because there is a lot of competition, and we have into the era we have all of all of us have internet, have can access internet compared when about 10 years ago, I believe. And yeah, I think when I start now, I think it's really hard to achieve what I want to achieve. However, when I start my career back in 2010, I think it's really easy for me because there is no competition and the internet also still new. So it really helped me to grow my career as a freelance. Yeah, I think that timing is so crucial, and I believe that whatever talent that you want, if you don't have a timing, it's really hard to make you grow. And contrary, if you don't have a skill, or you have at least a medical skill, but the timing is good, it probably can make you more successful than compare when you don't have time. So I think the timing is so crucial, and you want to get something big, you need to start now when there is no competition. Because if you have a lot of competition, it's pretty hard for you to achieve something. Yeah, I think timing is so crucial, and I think this is one of the most number one things that you need to discover when you start something. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Back to our.
Excellent. And that's so crucial. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation, right? You have to prepare for the moment, and then sometimes it's a little bit lucky, which kind of goes to the timing, right? Like you say, like for my example, I'm a YouTuber also, kind of small time as well. But the game I play, this is not even a joke, the number one YouTuber in the game. That's not a good thing. This face should not be the face of a video game. But again, no one else is doing it around the world consistently. So I was the one that had perfect timing but it also helped. I needed a lot of people help me out. But timing worked out where I got sponsored by the actual game company, and I keep on moving forward. It's very slow, but nobody else is doing it. So being consistent and keep working at it, it'll grow, and hopefully a bigger opportunity comes down the road. So good job, Apri, about timing, right? So, okay, that is everybody. Great job, everybody. Brilliance. You guys are all your brilliance. And again, the word of the day is Eureka. Forgot to say that earlier. Eureka. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Ben. I saw the timing report on the chat, so everyone is eligible, correct, Mr. Timer? Okay. I'm going to launch the poll right after the speech evaluation finish. So please hold on for a moment. For now, I would like to introduce our second session, the prepared speech session. We only have one speaker, Toastmaster Nancy Afi, and she will be doing her project from Pathway Presentation Mastery Level 3 Project 1 Persuasive Speaking. So the purpose of this project is for Nancy to understand the type of persuasive speeches and to deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. Notes for the evaluator, Toastmaster Pipit. During the completion of this project, the member has spent time learning about persuasive speaking, and she will deliver a well-organized persuasive speech in any topic. It can be appealing to emotions, ethics, or logic in their speech. It can be humorous, informative, or any style the member chose to do, and it should not be a report on the content of the persuasive speaking project. So please help me welcome Toastmasters Nancy Afi. Small action to save the ocean. Small action to save the ocean. Toastmasters Nancy Afi. 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. Before I start my speech, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. Fellow Toastmaster friends and guests, imagine standing on a beach, watching the waves roll in. But instead of the seashells and the sands, the shoreline is covered with plastic, bottles, bags, and broken toys. Yes, that is our reality right now. There are many beaches in the world, in Indonesia too, that we found that in the beaches there are many trash there. And that is the reality that we are coping right now in the world. Today, I'm here to share about a crisis that will threaten not only the beauty of our oceans, but also about the life on the earth. It is the plastic pollution. Fellow Toastmaster friends and guests, plastic was originally invented to make life easier. Like at that time, it was the solution for us, for the human being. But today, it has become one of the greatest environmental threats. The data shows that every year there are about 350 million tons of plastic are produced. And most of this plastic, they are designed for one use or for one-time use or for single use only. Yet, plastic doesn't decompose like in natural materials. Instead, it can last for hundreds of years, breaking into a tiny pieces that we call as the microplastics. Even plastic that made decades ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, even those ones that were recycled, they still exist today. The data shows that most of the oceans, about 80% of the plastic in the ocean, they come from the land, carried by rivers into the sea area. And the data also shows from these 330 million plastic, only less than 10% of plastic that has actually been recycled. And you know what? If no action is taken, the research shows that this plastic waste that entering the ocean could triple by 2040. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, the impact of plastic pollution are devastating. Over hundreds of marine species are affected. Turtles, seabirds, they mistake the plastics as their food. And one of the big news few years ago that there was a great whales were found with stomach full of plastic waste, and it happened in Indonesia. This crisis reaches beyond the marine life, and microplastic today have been found in seafood, in drinking water, and even inside of the human body. Can you imagine the impacts of the microplastic in our body? The, the research shows that the microplastic can lead into a serious illness, such as cancer. But despite all the worms that we have caused into the oceans continue to give us the goods. It produces over half of the oxygen that we breathe. If now we can breathe the great air, sometimes we might consider that it comes from the green. But let me tell you that over half of the oxygen we breathe are coming from the oceans. The oceans also regulate our climate, also absorbing the heat and also carbon dioxide. And the most important thing, the ocean provides foods for millions of people in the world. Not millions, but billions of people in the world. The oceans is the heart of life in the earth. And now we can see that the ocean needs our protection. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, plastic is a complex problem. If we need to fix it, it's hard because even a country find difficulties in managing this plastic, this stress. So I want to encourage you to do the small steps that we can do. And that step is start from ourselves. We can do it from ourselves. I will not ask you to recycle the trash. No, because for me, it is the next level. But there are two ways that we can do to reduce this plastic that has been thrown into the ocean. The first one is we have to reduce our use of plastic. Very simple, like we can start to bring our groceries back and not using not use the single use of plastic. So I have been using this groceries bag for like few months. And I could see that there were less plastic wasted, and it helped me a lot. And the second thing is that to refuse the plastic straws, because it is one-time use. If you want to use the straw, you can have the reusable one that made from glass or that makes from stainless. And the third one is that we can bring our own bottles. Yes, I always bring my bottles wherever I go, like go to the coffee shop. So for some coffee shop, they always provide the coffee with plastic. But then I bring my own bottles, so I reduce wasting plastic. And we can also choosing sustainable products. I believe that when we do these things, we can create a powerful change, because every piece of plastic we refuse is one less piece of plastic that threatening our oceans. The second thing that we can do is that to raise our awareness. What can we do to raise our awareness? By sharing about the plastic to others, by educating them and speaking up about these issues to, to our community. I believe that not only speaking up and educating, but also we can be the role model and inspire them by the small actions that we do to reduce the plastic. So there are two things. The first one, to reduce the use of plastic, and the second thing is to increase our awareness. I believe that if we do these two things consistently, it can bring a big impact to the lives, to the society. So, fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, the ocean has given us so much: oxygen, food, stability, and life itself. And now it is our turn to give back. Together, we can protect our oceans and preserve a future that still deserves to be beautiful. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Nancy, our ocean advocate. So thank you for sharing that. Yes, imagine the turtle and the whales got tortured with all of the plastic waste. I've seen the picture and it was not a beautiful picture. So thank you for raising these important issues. Because Pippin needs to go very quickly, so Apri, allow me to introduce her before I'll pass it over to you to do the general evaluation session. So Pippin, are you ready? Cool. So please give it up. Please welcome the speech evaluator for Nancy, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to eat plastic? Of course you don't want to eat plastic, right? But guess what? You have no choice. Plastic is within you already because of the microplastic that actually exists in the ocean. Now, thank you, Nancy, for highlighting this evergreen problem, which is funny we call it evergreen because it doesn't go away even after decades of existing, right? So this is a very important issue and it deserves a good persuasion skill to actually make people want to take action to do something about it. Now, before I give recommendation to Nancy about how to level up her game in terms of this persuasion speech, I would like to give her two commendations. The first one is I like the opening when she made us imagine about going to the beach and guess what you see. So initially, she asked us to imagine good things and suddenly throw us the bad news. But what you expect is blah, what you get is actually different. So that's a good way to actually invite the senses of the people who are listening to your speech. And you also try to attract sympathy by talking about, how bad the situation is. So I like the involving the senses and also attracting using sympathy. And also you came up with a lot of data. I actually do not know whether you have this data in front of you, but it didn't look like it. So it felt to me when I was watching your speech, feels like you pulled out of this data out of your head, which was incredible to me because usually when people, delivering speech and there are facts in front of them because they don't memorize all of these things, it shows. But in this case, I think it looked natural for you. I did not feel like you read this data from a screen or something like that. It seems like you pull it out of your head. Now, there are two things that I would like to recommend for you is you need to identify what kind of people you want to persuade here. If you want to persuade scientists, probably there was a pretty good speech. However, we are human beings. Unfortunately, not all of us are actually moved by data. So what you can do is actually try to connect this data into their daily life. Instead of saying, for example, human body, there's plastic in human body. So when you talk about human body, it seems like this is something else separate from us. Instead of saying human body, say that it's you, my body, your body, our body. We cannot escape from it or something like that. Or when you said that, what is it called? There are several things that I say. Sometimes I feel like this data felt removed from our daily experience. So you have to make it as close as possible to the people that you talk to, in this case, the audience. And last one, to be honest with you, there's nothing new in the suggestion that you try to give to people. Reduce, refuse, and raise concern. I think the awareness. Sorry. Since there's nothing new in the suggestion, what I can suggest you do is actually identify what is the barriers that people, after all this time, a lot of people tell them already to refuse and reduce and raise awareness, things like that. They still don't do it. So you need to add more value in this speech by trying to identify what is the barrier, right, that makes people reluctant to do this, and then after that give solution. Since the barrier is this, we need to do this one. That will give something new other than repeating something that we have heard before, such as reduce, refuse, and raise awareness. Overall, I'm sorry, I'm actually suggesting some recommendation using debater's point of view instead of Toastmasters' point of view just now. And I'm over time, but it's okay, right? But I think if you implement that one, it will be a much more persuasive speech. So good luck for next time. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pipit Andriani. So Nancy, that's why I chose her as your speech evaluator, because it's a perfect project for a debate coach to comment and give you feedback on. So I hope you learned something new, and thank you, Pipit. Feel free to leave anytime if you need. But before that, once Rendra posts the timing on the chat, I would like to ask him to take a group photo together. Thank you, Rendra.
Okay, everyone. Turn on your video. Okay, cool.
Everyone is on,
Yeah.
except Nancy.
What is the theme today? Brilliance.
Hey,
Yeah.
I need to go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, show me your brilliant face. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. See you next week. Yeah.
Bye.
Sure.
Bye. Thank you. You got it, Ren?
I got it. I got it. Some photo, a photo with it inside.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to pass it over to Apri, but before I pass it over, I want to launch the poll so you can vote. Can you see it? Okay. 20 seconds to vote. I've got 3 people, 4 people, 1 more. All good. All right. Now I want to ask the general evaluator, Toastmaster Apri, to lead the general evaluation session. Please give it up for Toastmaster Apri Widodo.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. Hello, everyone. Meet with me again in the evaluation session. Time for my team to give the report. Since we only have 2 teams, I will directly to deliver the counter. So I will share my screen. Okay, for the counter, I will give the report for the speaker. Toastmaster Nancy doing really good job, and also evaluator Toastmaster Repeat also doing a really good job. I did not notice you use filler sound. Now let's move on to the prepare to the double topic participant. The first participant, Toastmaster Renda, Toastmaster Natalie, and Toastmaster Pipit. You're doing really good. And next we have Toastmaster Nancy as second double topic participant. You said 2 times. And fourth participant, Toastmaster Tia, you said 5 times. And the most used filler sound for today, we have 7. Okay. So next will be directly to my general evaluator for our meeting. And I will start with the preparation. We start at 6 p.m. a little bit late, 3 minutes late. And also some role player don't come early, and I believe there is the time is also a little bit tricky because most of the role player is have some kind of activities with this kind of holidays, I believe. And I like the warm welcome to Toastmaster, Facilitas Master Tia in the beginning of the session. And next we have Toastmaster Natalie as Toastmaster of the meeting. I like you introduce your team. You're also asking the question to the audience so everyone really feel the team for tonight. You also share the agenda in the chat box, and yeah, you also use transition. It's pretty nice. Next, we have double topic master. We have another band. Alex, you introduce the team for today, and the team also really relatable for our team for today. And what I like the most about your session is you use a really good transition. You use really good listening skill as well, and you also put the topic in the chat box so everyone will see the topic more easy. And room for improvement, probably you can introduce again the timing and also mention about of the day in your session so everyone will use it when they deliver their speech. And next we have evaluator, repeat. I think she is doing really good. Although she is over time, but I like that she have some kind of insight how to give a feedback to our speaker. Next, we have timer as Mr. Rendra. I like you use a really clear background, although it's not official from Toastmaster. And also you give the report in the chat box. Probably you can use hand gesture so everyone will know your time at on the top right corner on the screen. Next, we have Toastmaster Natalie as a pilot. I like you using the Zoom so everyone will see it directly instead of link. It's pretty good. And now we have a counter me. I think I also really good job. Really, I have a really good job. I put the slide so everyone will know exactly what filler sound you use during the meeting. And although we don't have any grammarian, but yeah, that's okay. And yeah, overall, the meeting is for today I think it's pretty smooth, and I like everyone is pick up each other so that we can conduct the meeting. And yeah, I think for the next one we can share the agenda in the chat box so everyone will know overall what's the schedule for today meeting. Yeah, I think that's all for me, and I will give control to our Tom, Toastmaster Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apri, our GE and accounter. Round of applause for Toastmaster Apri for helping our club as a very responsible area director. Thank you for coming and supporting the club. We love leaders who are not just talking, but also doing the work. So you're doing amazing job. Thank you. For now, I will announce the favorite speakers based on what happened in the chat, I noticed that Toastmaster Nancy was qualified with 729 and Toastmaster Pipit was disqualified. It's 345. So I'm going to announce the best speaker and also best table topic speaker. So Rendra, can you please help take a photo of Nancy? Congratulations, best speaker, Toastmaster Nancy Afi.
Yay, Nancy. I would like to pin you first. Okay, make it balance in the proportion of the photos. And 3, 2, 1. Got you. Got you, lady.
Got
Ready?
it?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
No,
Rendra, thank you.
sure.
Next is the table topic speaker. It's very close. I think in English we call it splitting hairs, correct, Ben? It's splitting hairs. So please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Tia Octavia.
Tia, wait, we got a Tia.
Congratulations.
Wait. Tia, okay, Tia, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That right? Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, cool. Ah, great. I did it, Nat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rendra, for your help. The hidden
Sure.
hero behind all of our photos.
Mm.
I would like to say thank you for all the participants with your energy, your story, and also your enthusiasm. We have safely ended this meeting, and I hope you get inspired, not just by a big moment in your life, but by small moments of brilliance that you can experience every day. If you haven't got that, find it, explore it, and enjoy it. I would like to ask the club president, Toastmaster Ben, to officially close the meeting.
All right, great job. Quality, another quality meeting. Again, getting a good speech in is tough, right? I need to actually do one. It's been a long time. I procrastinate so much. I want to thank Tia for coming in. Thank you, Tia. Please come again whenever you would like. Also, our division director, right? Division or area? Area, got it. Area director, Opry, maybe soon to be division director or district president one day. And also, again, #1 YouTuber in all of Indonesia, in my opinion. Right. So go like, subscribe, share, support people, right? So thank you very much for coming. Nancy, great speech. Again, solid message. Rendra, hopefully your mouth gets better so you can be crazy again. I prefer that over the golf commentary. Okay, everybody, let's be quiet on the green. And of course, thank you to our Tom. Great meeting. And we'll see you all on May 4th, I believe, right? May 4th is our next meeting. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
So-
Bye-bye.
Thank you.